Hello and welcome to my legendary walkthrough for Halo 5 Guardians. Over the course of the next 15 videos, I will be providing detailed and effective strategies to fight, not skip, every single encounter in the game. If you choose to skip fights, that is fine, but know that I will not be skipping anything. Now that we've cleared that up, let's get into the game.
Spartan Locke. I have spent enough years with Oni to know the truth. Once this is over, after all I have done, they'll order you to kill us both.
Fireteam Osiris. Over the last 72 hours, 5 colonies have experienced identical events. Massive destruction, Forerunner and Origin. And Dr. Catherine Elizabeth Halsey has managed to contact us. She claims to have information on these attacks.
Halsey is currently in Covenant custody on the surface of Kamchatka. Your mission is to insert behind enemy lines, retrieve Halsey, and bring her back to Infinity. Be advised, Dr. Halsey is accompanied by Covenant Supreme Leader Jul Mdama. If you have the opportunity...
Understood, Commander.
Good luck, Spartan Locke. Infinity out.
Tracking gear online.
Affirmative. Say, before we make this jump, anybody want to say a few words?
I figure if God can hear how scared I am, so can everyone else. Locke, you buying first drink when we're done?
You ask, you buy. Fireteam Osiris. The light is green. Check.
Comms working fine, Locke.
Copy that, Tanaka. Spartan Buck online and ready.
Spartan Vale online.
Weapons free. Contact.
Incoming!
We could have taken him. Let's move. Vale, keep an ear on comms.
Affirmative.
Buck, Tanaka, full security.
On it.
All right. Halsey and Ndama are holed up inside a Forerunner structure ahead. That's our target.
So Halsey called us?
She said there was something big happening, and gave Captain Lasky coordinates to find her.
It must be something big.
Well, one hell of a trap.
Alright, this is the first encounter of the game, and things are going to start off fairly simple. There's going to be 2 jackals and 2 grunts, as well as a few crawlers. So switch to your magnum and use it to headshot both the jackal and the grunts on the ground. Shoot the hand first to expose the jackal's head, and your best option for cover is going to be this big rock to your left. If you're having trouble getting a shot off on the jackal on the ledge, you can clamber on top of the rock for a bit of a height advantage. Once the initial wave of Covenant is down, you can push up past the rock and shoot the crawlers in the head. And you'll notice that I'm not being particularly conservative with my shots here, because I know that I'm going to be switching it out for a suppressor after this first encounter, seeing as having 2 precision weapons is generally not a wise idea. I'm not sure why I grabbed the storm rifle, though I'm pretty sure that was a mistake. As you move up a little further, an additional wave of 3 crawlers will spawn in at the bottom of the ledge and charge toward your position. You can try to use a grenade to take them all out at once, but a far more reliable tactic is to just headshot them. What I ended up doing here is letting my teammates take out the large group while I pushed up to shoot the crawlers on the ledge. If at any point throughout the walkthrough you get down like this, call your teammates over to come pick you up. Though, be warned, this leads to death more than it leads to success. You'll know the area is clear once your teammate gives the all-clear signal.
All clear.
Move on toward Halsey's position.
Before you leave the area, swap out your magnum for a suppressor.
Forerunner soldiers! Up the cliffs! Get after them!
If your battle rifle is running low on ammo, you can swap it out here for a bolt shot. This is going to be your first encounter with Promethean soldiers, and they're actually not all that bad to deal with. Use a suppressor to strip their shields, you'll know you've done it when their armor pops open to expose the light, and then use either the battle rifle or the bolt shot to finish them off with a headshot. Be sure to fill up on suppressor ammo before moving on. Now this is the first time that I'm going to be using the squad commands as a part of my strategy, but I'll let Buck explain this one.
Promethean, all sides!
We could push right up the middle, but that would be rough. Might want to consider flanking them.
Move smart. Fire with a purpose.
Press up on the D-pad while looking over here to the right to send your fire team there. Then move down along the side pathway to the left, and now you've got the enemy trapped between you and your team. Pop in and out of cover and use the bolt shot against the crawlers and soldiers that will likely be shooting at your teammates. Once the initial wave is cleared up, start pushing up slowly, but stick to these rocks for cover and use the bolt shot to shoot as much as you can. If you find the bolt shot is starting to run low on ammo, you can always lower a crawler over to your position, kill it, and then load up on ammo from the bolt shot that it drops.
Need help!
Up and at 'em, Locke.
Thanks, Spartan.
When you feel like you've cleared out most of the Prometheans, send your fire team up to the cliffs along the right side of the arena.
Armor's down!
To knock them down! Move up.
You got it, Locke.
I'm down! Need an assist!
Up you go, Locke.
My armor's... I'm up. Thanks.
On it, no problem. Gotcha. Copy. Sounds good.
While they provide suppressive fire from above, you can move alongside them on the ground and take out anything they don't while their attention is held. I prefer to move along the right side as it offers the most amount of cover. Then, once you make it to this part of the cliff, press up while aiming at the soldier above you and clamber up to grab a light rifle from the dispenser. You're going to want to trade in your bolt shot for that. Jump over to this hill where there will be 2 soldiers in the area. Just like before, use the suppressor for shield stripping and the light rifle for a finishing headshot. The best cover spot is the rock in the middle of the hill. You can even use a pulse grenade to make this fight easier if you have any, but make sure to save at least one for the next encounter. Once both soldiers are down, refill on suppressor ammo and drop down to this path on the left. Order your team to rejoin you over here and start taking out some of the nearby crawlers and soldiers. Headshots for crawlers, suppressor / light rifle combo for soldiers. Once you have a clear enough path to make a break for it, keep your fireteam positioned along that pathway while you run across the battlefield and over to this cave. Melee or Spartan charge to break it open.
On my mark. Osiris, help that Spartan. We're messing around tonight.
Ordinarily, what I would do is push up along the upper cliffs to the right to provide covering fire while my team charges up the hill, but because Tanaka went down, I ended up resorting to pushing straight up the hill together as a team to take out the remaining soldiers. Either strategy works perfectly fine, just make sure you fill up on as much ammo as you can before moving on.
Area's clear. Move on. Good work, everyone.
I noticed in the briefing Dr. Halsey lost her left arm. When did that happen?
Jewel did it. No idea when or why.
Reckon it wasn't an argument, or he'd have cut off her head instead of her arm.
Door's sealed tight.
Forerunner security station. Must be in lockdown.
Any way to lift it?
The Artemis can analyze Forerunner systems. Might be a way to override this door.
This Artemis thing one of your old Oni toys?
Similar. I convinced Commander Palmer to outfit us with prototypes. Let's see. This should do it. Doors open.
The Artemis did the trick.
Locke, listen to this. They're assaulting the back of the temple. Bring in the Kraken.
Kraken sighted!
Hold position. Buy more time. Jewel's getting desperate.
How'd you learn to speak Sangheili, Vale?
When I was a kid, I was stuck on a diplomatic shuttle adrift in deep space for 6 months. My options were be real bored or spend the time getting smart.
Another thing to note is that I will not be going for any special achievements in this walkthrough, which means that I will not be helping this elite charge the hill.
Our destination is on the other side of this battlefield. Watch out for the Kraken. The Covenant are trying to use it to break the Promethean lines.
I'd rather not get stuck between them.
Well, looks like our cover's blown. When the elite finally notices your presence, switch to your suppressor and deal with him as you would a soldier. Suppressor for the shields, light rifle for the finishing blow. We can all just ignore that grenade throw. Either when you've killed the elite or he's run off to hide, the jackals will be isolated and left susceptible to a grenade throw. Toss a pulse grenade at the jackals because while it probably won't kill them, what it will do is expose both their heads and give you an easy shot on them. Now you could try a divide and conquer strategy similar to what we did earlier in the mission, but a far safer plan is to push up along the right side as a team. There's plenty of cover along the side and you have a clean shot at almost everything in the area. Your primary threat is going to be the soldier with a splinter turret in the center of everything. Since getting close enough to combo him is nearly suicidal, just stay behind this rock for cover and use the light rifle from range until he disintegrates. With that taken care of, you don't really have any major threats left, just a lot of soldiers and a couple crawlers. If there are any soldiers nearby that you can pick off quickly, you can combo them now.
Get it done, Locke. Move up.
Got it. Copy.
Keep moving toward Halsey's position.
But eventually the enemies will push back their line of defense, and if you try to push from the right, you'll get tagged by the two splinter turrets waiting for you around the corner. But if you push from the left, the turrets won't be able to see you. So when the enemies don't feel like rushing you anymore, order your team toward the left side of the arena and over to this cave. Melee or Spartan charge to bust it open, then clamber up to the top of the cliff. This gives you a great vantage point of the remaining enemies, and picking them off with a suppressor and light rifle should be a cakewalk. Now, I didn't intend to fall off there, but I was running low on light rifle ammo anyway, so I took the opportunity to replenish it with a dispenser over here.
Move up.
You're the boss. Made it.
On my mark. Take that position.
Kraken is falling back. Forerunner defenses were too much for it.
When the area is clear, make sure your light rifle is reloaded and then jump down to this rock on the ground for cover. Take out as many of these crawlers as you can so there's less of a chance for them to rush you, but then take aim at the splinter turret in the back as soon as you see it start to fire at you. Make sure you order your team to shoot at it as well. Stick to this rock and shoot the soldier with the light rifle until he goes down. Now there's still one more turret in the area, but since you've already cleared out the initial set of crawlers, getting a shot off shouldn't be too hard. First, order your squad down that path to the right, then retreat back just a little bit and use the mountain for cover. Shoot through this tiny slit and the splinter turret will be completely unable to hit you. Just keep firing until he goes down. With both turrets offline, the rest of the area should be incredibly simple to deal with. Rejoin your team on the right side of the arena, and if you have any pulse grenades left, you can toss them at the crawlers nearby.
Here we go, Vale. You good? Push up. Move up.
Either way, clamber up to the top of this ledge. Now, I actually made a mistake here, so do as I say and not as I do. Swap out your suppressor for the binary rifle and head over to where the turret used to be. Use the light rifle to clear the remaining crawlers and the binary rifle to clear the remaining soldiers. Now, as I said, I made a mistake here, so I had to get a little creative with dealing with the crawlers. When there are only a couple left, you can take them out from range, or you can hop down and deal with them up close and personal, your preference. Either way, when the area is clear, drop your binary rifle and make sure your loadout is suppressor/light rifle.
Area's clear.
Halsey Halsey and Mdama are somewhere inside that structure. We do this right, we bring our target home and end the Covenant in one move.
Top off the ammo for both your weapons, then either clamber up to where the splintered turret was on the left side of the arena, or if it already fell, just grab the turret off the ground and carry it into the next and final encounter of the mission.
Move, double tie.
Roger.
Must have dealt a blow to Mdama's authority when the Prometheans turned on him. Gained a lot of followers, styling himself as a forerunner prophet.
Jul Mdama is an opportunist, not a leader. It was only a matter of time until his version of the Covenant started to break.
Well, I could stand to break a little faster if you ask me.
Pick up that weapon. We're close to Halsey's position.
Before the doors open, make sure one of your teammates picks up the light rifle and the other one picks up the suppressor. The third one should still have the binary rifle.
Like they reported on Oban.
Concentrate fire on the broken armor.
Your first priority is going to be the Knights, and for as annoying as they could get in Halo 4, they are not all that bad this time around, and your team's going to help out a lot with their weapons. Take aim at them with your splinter turret and blow them up from a distance. In fact, for the most part, this entire arena can be cleared just by using the splinter turret, so have fun blasting the heck out of everything. If you're not judicious with your ammo, however, you can be forced into a real gunfight with the enemies instead.
The glowing area, it's vulnerable. Shoot there.
If it gets to the point where you're facing down a knight without the turret to back you up, use either of your two weapons combined with grenades and aim at the two glowing circles on both sides of the knight. Once you shoot them both down, his back will be exposed and you can take him out fairly easily. Keep moving and thrusting around cover spots to stay clear of the knight's shots, and together you should be able to take him down. And look at that, Vale took out the knight using the binary rifle.
We move on Halsey and Jul.
Just in case you thought arming your teammates wasn't a viable tactic. Anyway, the mission ends once you clear the area.
What is the problem?
There are several. Would you like to discuss the finer points of casual reconciliation?
More human sarcasm.
So you have learned something from me, Julie.
You claim to be able to access...
And I can. However, I did not claim to be able to access it instantaneously.
No time to dither. You will also afford me the respect befitting of the Didact's hand.
Seems your fingers are an open rebellion, Han.
Enough!
Yeah, good looking.
Do your work.
Eyes on target. This location does not serve my needs. When she makes another transmission, I must
I
triangulate.
tire of this, Doctor. You have been chasing shadows for weeks to no avail.
Dr. Halsey, Captain Lasky would like a word with you.
It took you long enough.